Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here for Board Game Geek and Origins 2018. I'm sitting down with Adam Groden from Devere Games, and you brought us Dungeon Raiders.
Yes, so it's right on the table here.
Here it is.
Yep,
Done.
Done, ready to go home.
Back it up.
Yep. So this is Dungeon Raiders. And what you're doing in this is pretty clear from the name. You're raiding dungeons. And the way you do that is you set up these cards here, and this represents the first floor of the dungeon. You're going to go through 5 of these floors. Each floor has 5 rooms. What this card tells us is what we know about the dungeon. Green means the card is face up, red means it's face down. So in this case, we know the very first room has a goblin guard that we have to do. Then there's a treasure vault full of items for us.
And we don't know.
Could be traps, could be monsters, could be more treasure. And then at the end, there's gold. Gold being the key to the whole game. So what we want to do is we want to get our characters out with...
So speaking of characters, just to highlight those a little bit.
We want to get out with the most gold and the least number of wounds. Because the person with the most wounds at the end collapses and dies. There's no victory for them. So the way we do that is we will all have a hand of 1 to 5. There.
So, and I'm noticing that there are some unique cards based on what character you are. So me as the knight has a sword.
Yep. And these are all item cards that anyone can get, but the knight starts with his kind of iconic stuff. Just like the wizard starts with 2 crystal balls here. You can see that. And the way it works is each of these items does something different. The key will count as a strength 5 card in treasure rooms. The sword counts as strength 5 against monsters. The crystal ball, which makes a lot of sense, very good. You get to see what your opponents are playing before you reveal what you're playing. And the torch lets you peek under all of the hidden rooms in the level. So when we go up to fight this goblin, there are 3 of us playing. We need to beat strength 11. And on the card here, it also has the numbers for other players too, so 4 or 5. To beat strength 11, we will take these 1 to 5 cards and put one face down. Each of us would do it, and the hypothetical third person would also do it. And then we would reveal the cards. Bam. So 4, say I play a 5 and the other person plays a 1. So he kind of left us high and dry. We do not defeat the goblin. So the person that played the lowest card takes 2 wounds from the goblin, and we move to the next room. So he'd get 2 of these little wound tokens, and he would keep them. So then we move to the next room. And this is really simple. We don't get these cards back until we clear the whole floor. So we go here, you'd have your 4 out there.
I'm 4-less.
Yep. So we'd all play a card face down, reveal it, and reveal for 3. So you're getting a key, and that would just go in your hand, and those are 1 use. Once you use it, we're done. So we've proceeded through these 2 rooms. We go to the next. We don't know. In this case, it's a trap. So
it's a trap!
Yeah. And what those target, they all target different things. So in this case, there's gold with an arrow pointing up. It's targeting the person with the most gold. Since you and I are playing and we're tied right now, it would target both of us. And the way you determine what it does is we all play one of these power cards. And the highest power card played indicates the action, indicates how much gold we're losing. And if everybody plays 1, we get out scot-free. So, and that's the basics of the trap. In the next room, just another monster, same thing. And then the treasure vault. So the treasure rooms, back to these cards, or a key, which counts as 5 for those. Play it, highest card power gets 2, second highest gets 1. If it's tied, both people get. And that's the basic level for a dungeon.
And we'd cycle all our cards back up at that point, but then possibly plus a few goodies if we had acquired them along the way.
Yeah, and all your cards come back, and then you would go.
5:45 and done.
Good. Okay, so then we go to a next room, and sometimes you know more, sometimes you know less. So in this card, 4 of these would be revealed face up from the beginning, and they'd be brand new cards. But after you get through 5 levels of the dungeon, the very last thing you fight will be one of the boss monsters.
Move our regular floor out of the way.
So in this case, you would have 4 dungeon cards, and then you'd have that necromancer. So the bosses work just like the other monsters, except some of them have some special rules. So in this case, if you play a crystal ball, you just run away from the fight. You get out, you don't take wounds, you get all your items, and you go. But that still leaves the people playing with you to fight the monster. So if we're a 3-player game and one of our buddies runs, well, it's you and me to fight a level 14 monster. We can't do it. Somebody's taking 2 wounds. And that's the basis of it. And there's a couple other monsters, like the golem here. Strength 5 equals 1, so you can't really defeat him, but you need to play a 4, 3, or 2 to kind of beat others. And there are other monsters that you either beat them or you all die. So there's a lot of variety to that ending monster, and it's always random when you play. So you can't just hoard the item you know you're going to need.
Now, how many different characters are there?
So there are a total of 5 different characters, and they all have.
So we've seen 2.
And here's the other 3. And they all just have various bonuses to starting. You know, the thief will have a key, but each character starts with a different number of wounds, different number of gold. So, and those are also assigned randomly at the beginning of the game.
So you still got to, even for a game as snappy as this one, still have some variability between the characters and the bosses.
Yep.
And how long do you think a full game would take us?
20 minutes. It plays real fast. It's real easy to learn, and it actually released this week at Origins.
I was gonna say, and you've pretty much at this point, even though we do overview videos, you've taught the game at this point. I mean, that is everything you need to know. Well, if you guys want to check that out, that is Dungeon Raiders, which is being published by Devere Games. And Adam, thank you again.
Thanks for having me.